Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of Mistakes Make Mythic, a series I'm starting to catalog my journey to Mythic in celebration of the formal release of Edge of Eternities. I've never made it to Mythic before, but after having such a fun time with the Final Fantasy set, like many of you, I decided to try to make this my goal. So I'd be really excited if any of you come along for the ride. If you have any feedbacks, tips, or tricks, leave them in the comments below, and I'll respond. Main reason I decided to call this series "Mistakes Make Mythic" because I really believe that we're all here. We play our game to have fun, but we make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes, except maybe a story here or two. But that's what makes us human, and there's no way to avoid it. So let's take these mistakes and learn from them, and hopefully make Mythic. I was able to make Diamond last season, but we'll see if we can get past there. All right, and then here we go, and we'll get things started. I am mainly a limited player. It's so hard to keep track of everything nowadays. So whenever a new set comes out, I take a look at which cards are my favorite, just in terms of art, and then I play on Arena just to see what we can do and just have some fun. So here we are, Silver 1, I believe. And hopefully we'll get something good in the first pack if this last seat can hit ready. We will get started. All right, and let's go. Pack 1, pick 1. Our rare is Zul Ifit. Let's see if I'm honest. Pretty good card, I think. Return target creature. Everyone's gonna want to kill it. We have a couple of really good multicolor uncommons here. Signpost uncommons, some would say. We also have Depressurize as one of the best removal spells, I think, in black. Now take what I say for the grain of salt. I'm not the not your pro players here, just trying to have some fun. You know what? Let's go with the rare here. I think it'll be more fun. Never played with it before. Uh, really good value. Just reanimate for free every turn. And we'll demand an answer, but we are going to be passing a lot of these signposts. Noting that 2 of these are in blue, so hopefully people fight over that. Okay, now we got another signpost uncommon, Sea Chip Brew Tender. So we'll see if that comes around. Reroute systems is okay, but note that the removal part needs to target a tapped creature. But not a bad combat trick. So I think here I'll go with Embrace Oblivion just to stick to black. Lost in Space is good. We passed a couple of decent, multicolored blue spells. Scan Chip is pretty good. Draw 2, mill 1. Red and white cards here, and are all kind of filler. So let's go with Embrace Oblivion. See what we can get. Hyperblade is also quite good. Do we just stick to black and kind of keep going, knowing that Mecha Navigator here is a pretty solid 2-drop. But not too impressed with Memorial Team Leader. Just the base stats aren't worth it, I think, for a 4 mana, 4/3. And you only get the +1 on your turn. I wish Exosuit Savior. I mean, just look at this card. It feels like it should have flash. But, if you have good ETBs, I think, then it's not too bad as a 3-drop flyer. Evasion helps. So let's stick with the, I said Hyperblade, Hilderblade, and see what we can do. Here we do have Cryo Shatter as blue removal, but knowing that we did pass a lot of blue earlier, so might be giving the wrong signal. Caveron Harrier's pretty good. Solid 1-drop. You pay 2. you know, get you a really good opener in the first couple hands, and there's some, sack outlets that it could work with. And the black card in this pack, Grav Blade Heavy, is okay. 4 for a 3/4, which often acts as a 4/0 with Death Touch. But at that mana cost, it's like I'd rather have that 1/1 Death Touch if you're gonna trade for anyway. So let's get the Harrier here. There's that whole card. That's the Death Touch creature I was talking about earlier. Tiger Mechan, Menon, however you say it. Really solid signpost uncommon here. Any artifact entry, you can put one not only on itself, you can put it on any target creature, which makes it incredibly useful. I think I'm actually going to take this just to see if black dries up, or if we can potentially splash here. So let's take that. Scour for scrap is okay, especially if we are going to be doing blue-red artifacts. And already here, we already have 2 artifacts, so not terrible, but it's not something I think I want to be picking up right now. So red, I think maybe we're going to be in the Cavern Turbodrone. Doesn't have a great stat line, but it is an artifact. Temporal Intervention, it's your typical look at player's hand, see what they have that will destroy you. Now here is Tractor Beam. I really like this card. I played with it in one of my first drafts, and I just felt like if you can grab the right card, this card will swing the momentum so heavily in your favor. And there are a lot of cards in this set that have passive abilities. Memenon, you can just, if you Tractor Beam this from your opponent, you can continuously put counters on yours. So looks like blue may be open, but here's another Embrace Oblivion. Tough. Beamsaw Prospector is also a very good 2-drop in black. Fortunately, these are all commons. So just in case, red, we got, 2, 3 decent cards. Black, we do have a lot more cards in general. Here, there's that Lost in Space, and knowing that Station Monitor actually wheeled, yeah, the only thing about this, I guess, is it's only once per turn, but even then, that's quite good. Let's take the Lost in Space here. It's a great bounce spell, and see what else we can do here. Finishing up these packs. Nutrient Block is not great, but it's an artifact, and Sky Warden and the War Rager have, I think, just too many, relies on too many things, the Void, the taps. Here, kind of similar, I was saying, the Void, you don't always get, and even if you do get it, then you're playing the 5 mana for what was, essentially a 5 mana card. If you don't get it, you're down 1. Here's a Melted Moxite, which I'll happily take too, the draw 2, discard 1. Draw 2 deep. Not too great. Sinister Cryologist. Probably in contention for worst card of the set, maybe? Oh, I don't know. Okay. Oh man, okay. So we got, we're not playing green-white. Gonna go over the uncommons here, just very quickly scan them. Green, we're not in. Red, we kind of are, but we already talked about the team leader. Alfariel, or I think that's how you say it, is pretty good and may be something that we can grab. But I think we'll grab it on the wheel just because, we've been seeing a lot of black cards, and I think that might actually come around again. Here we got, I think, the biggest choice between Virus Beetle and Zookeeper Mechan. The Mechan artifact and will help us ramp. The Virus Beetle, oh man, I just love making my opponents discard cards. I think I'll have to stick with that. Not in real life, but on Arena, they can't see me, so... Oh, goodness. Been past an Exalted Sunborn. I love these cards. Just look at the art, I think that's one of the things I love about Magic is the art is just so good. So We are not a token creation deck, for what it's worth, so it's not going to be fantastic, and I don't want to be splashing for double white. The Trooper is another one of those tap stuff. You got the Swarm Color here, which is a flyer with evasion. And then other than that, we got another Lost in Space, the Crawler. Not really a sack deck. But noting that, look at all these amazing green cards. Melt Shredder's Resolve, Diplomatic Relations. Whew. Someone's gonna be happy. Alright. Oh my goodness. And we got Mutinous Massacre. Amazing card, you know, basically a board wipe and swing for whatever's on the field here. But, you know, opponents do get back their creature if you can't get rid of them. I think we will go with this, you know, the Assembler's okay, but effectively it's almost more of a more than a 5-drop, because if you don't get the artifact on the same turn, then I feel like I'm just playing a 5-mana 4/4, which isn't amazing. So really happy with the Mutant Massacre pickup. Oh my goodness, Servandum. I got this card in my pre-release at my local game store, and oh, it was amazing. So let's see here. Black-red now. We got a Plasma Bolt here, which I think is going to be the pick. We might have to get out of blue. So let's stick with Plasma Bolt here. Yeah, okay. Okay, so now we can kind of, you know, Biotech Specialist, good land, red-green deck, Craft Pack Monoist. I apologize if, you know, all the terms, a lot of terms in Magic. So I'm going to be sticking with the simplest. You know, I know blue-red is it? I'm going to call it blue-red because that's easy. Okay, Grab Pack Monoist I think is the pick here. Again, sticking to the black-red theme. Got another Embrace Oblivion. But what else is good? Night Luminary is fantastic 4-drop, which you can play on turn 2. And the thing I love about these warp cards is they're essentially draw a card. You play the warp cost, and it's what this would be you get a 1/1 white human soldier and draw Night Luminary for 4. So really good value in these warp cards, as you probably have seen a lot of people talk about. Oh, fantastic. We got a Zookeeper Mechan, great for ramping us. The kill ship is okay. It costs a lot, but it will delete anything on the field, which is great. And then hopefully you can crew it up to get that 7/7 flyer, but a little bit slow. So not the first card we'll do. We'll definitely do the Mechan here and move a little bit faster. I love Peregrine Beckoner. Not the best stat line, but if you can make things work with a little bit of sacrifice outlet, a little bit of card draw shenanigan, this works really well with that one like Faller or something witch card. You know, sack a creature, draw 2 cards. Fantastic card. Cosmic Voice is unplayable, I feel, in this format. How often are you going to be able to warp, you know, 50 million cards here? And here we're not in green or white, so I'm just gonna stick with the Shield Mate. You know, maybe we get screwed or find a bomb in the 3rd pack here. What is it saying? We are so Comet Crawler's okay. We are not that sacrifice heavy, and Nebula Dragon is actually not too bad. I had it lower in my head earlier, but the ping 3 any target. It's not bad, and then on a 4/4 flyer, you know, can do some damage here. Cannon Zone, just grabbing some random end here, and a Slash. I might keep that as a, you know, just an artifact, and it's a 1-drop. Sariema, love the design. It's super cool. Spaceship, you know, it's like 5/5. Love the themes. Final Fantasy blew it out of the park with the theme, the art, the playability. And I think that's why a lot of people are not coming back. Some people are coming back. I came back for it. but also getting into it too. So I love that. I love that for Wizards of the Coast. Take my money, take all of our money, but keep giving us and paying the artists for these incredible cards. Oh my goodness. Oh, we are past an Umbral Color Zealot, which I love. Sacrifice for free, anything. You take your opponent's creatures, you sack it, sacrifice your own creatures as a blocker, but Anti-Cause of Vestige is probably one of the best bombs, I think, in this format. You play it for 4 warp cost, you automatically get basically a 3 or 4 cost card, permanent anyways, for free. Really hoping we get another one of these to offset this, but very happy with a bomb. Alright, so black, red. Okay, let's take these out. Hymn of the Faller's okay. Draw a card for 1, void, draw another card, so it's not terrible. Deco Transmission actually is a little bit easier to pull off, and they lose a life, but it's a little bit lower cost. So let's take Hymn of the Faller. Oh my goodness, green has been eating it up. This draft, another Glacier Godmaw, fantastic landfall creature, and it has trample, so really tough to deal with. But here we are again. We got the Mono Sentry, which was great if you have a lot of vehicles. We do not have any vehicles, so let's stick with the Beamsaw Prospector here. But man, I really some days I really hate not playing against the people in your pool, but these days make it feel really good when green is gonna kill it out there. There's an Edge Rover too, Really sad. I've been passing a lot of these cryogen relics. Fantastic. It replaces self twice, and you can potentially stall the board. Incredible card. Black, blue, sacrifice artifact theme. Really good. In this case, I will get my first spacecraft, the Susanian Dirgecraft. They sack a creature. Ooh, removal. Right now, we need to work on removal. And then, you have that flyer at 7. So let's grab the Orbital Plunge here as removal. I kind of like to just move things, kind of like in a removal-ish to the Dirgecraft for what it's worth. So let's see, do I have any other removal? Plasma Bowl, fantastic. We'll put the Orbital Plunge there. Oh my goodness, another Virus Beetle. So sorry against my opponents, but I don't know. There's something about milling and something about making someone discard a card that itches something inside of me. I don't mean to be mean, but it just feels good when they have to toss away something incredible, and see how it goes. Okay, so a lot of decent blue cards too here. The Torpedo, now that we have a spacecraft, could be okay, and it is an artifact. I don't think we'll play it, but let's just grab it. No, there's another Monoist and another Pangolin. We don't have a lot of 3-drops, gotta work on this curve a little bit, so let's do the Monoist. And here we have the Deco Transmission I was saying about earlier, so another bit of card draw. 16 creatures, so we do have enough. 10 artifacts. Fantastic. Let's take that. Oh, another Melted Moxite. It's probably better than... Oh, and a Scrapper. Okay, so let's see what we got here to deal with. Okay. And... let's see. So we are black-red. I don't think we'll play any of this up here. Got rid of too many. Really sad I can't play the Tractor Beam. So, we got a lot of 2-drops, a lot of 1-drops. I think we can get rid of a few 1-drops here. I'll keep the Harrier because, that can put a lot of pressure, especially with Hilderblade and Void. You basically get free Void every turn with that. Embrace Oblivion. We do have a lot of card draw. So, because of that, I'm going to get rid of... Melted Moxite is an artifact, though, so it does help. With what, though? Why am I so artifact-laden here? I don't really have too many artifact payoffs? So, honestly, I think I'll get rid of the Moxite there. We have 15 creatures now, which is pretty good. A decent amount of removal, 41 cards. I like to... 17 lands is the, you know, go-to. We're going to stick with that. If anyone has, you know, their little reasons why they go 16 or 18, let me know. I have 17 less times to get flooded. You know, hit your land drops. The set hasn't been particularly great at giving you a lot of splashability, but other people make it work, and kudos to them here. All right, so let's see. I gotta cut one more card. A decent amount of top curve there, and I think we can just get rid of one of these other draw cards. Maybe the transmissions. Oh, the pangolin. That's why. That's right. That's had a decent amount of. That gives me potential for 2 for 1, and then, you know, this is just to draw 2 cards. This gives you a surveil. So let's get rid of decode transmissions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I just kind of ratio out the mana here to see what's got to be a little bit more. So definitely swamps, keep the mountains, and let's go. All right. All right, so thanks so much if you've been sticking around already. You know, this has been a lot, but hopefully we'll get a few good games in here. And we will head into our first game. All right. Fresh Hawk. Okay, oh, got a couple 1-drops. A lot of lands, though, but I think it'll be okay. I will definitely keep that. And hello. Here we have our Cutter Blade. We'll play that. He says hello. Always just have, you know, good fun game. Here we have Zookeeper and Beamsaw. Since I'm on the play, let's do Zookeeper. Just in case we get something good and... Okay, well, you know. God forbid a man ramp into anything, right? God forbid. No, okay, it's not. Oh, there. England's not bad here. But we do have to try to get that out. I think what we'll do is we'll get the... We'll get the Beamsaw Prospector out, because if they get rid of it next turn, then that will put in an artifact if I can play the Pangolin. Okay, block that. Oh, let's see what they do. Let's get the Pangolin out. And see if they also want to get some value by trading our Beamsaw Prospectors. Probably not, because then then I have a blocker for the crawler. So we'll see. Sorry, my hair's a mess, which is why I'm wearing the hat. Will he sack it? Maybe. Do I block it? No block. Gotta make these, you know, into my favor somehow. But ooh, 5 mana up, and here we go. Here we have potential for some fun. I'll play out the Virus Beetle so that it can trade with the Prospector case, but also keep, I think I'll keep everything up because he might swing with the Crawler if he sacks the Prospector, you know, who knows. I'll double block it. Oh, wow. Saw Ship, huh? Great card. 6 mana, and you get in for 3 basically immediately. Okay, so you know, that's, you know, 4 for 2. I'll take it. 4 mana for 2 mana. It's kind of how I look at these things right now, but luckily, nothing crazy that he killed. But with 5 mana up, it costs 4. He could have another removal spell, so we'll see. We don't have any, so you know, what's that worth, right? Right. Oh, okay. So, Oh, I see. So it's probably just attacking in because he knows I'll probably trade, and then that way I won't be able to use my Hilder Blade. But I will take that trade. He'll get a lander. I have a lander. Everyone has landers now. And let's see, I have 28 cards, so I'll use my lander. Kind of helps me filter out through my deck a little bit. And what I have, not as many mountains. And hopefully the reshuffle gives me something good. Fantastic. Okay, Zol Ifit. Hopefully if he doesn't kill this, he might. That little pause always worries me. But he has the lander token up, so we'll get the Hilder Blade onto... Okay, there. See what I say? See what I say? See what I say? 2 grav kills and a plasma. 4 removal off the bat. Might sack the lander token here, no? Alright. And a scrapper, which we'll probably use to draw. Oof, it's not looking good for us. Game 1. But, let's see. Attack. We haven't drawn any. We haven't. We shall see. And these are both odd. So, if we draw Mutinous Massacre, we might be able to turn this around. We shall see. Okay, there's one. Okay, well, there is the spacecraft. Keep me alive for just a little bit longer. I would probably, honestly, at this point, if it were me, I'd probably get rid of the crawler. That way, every time you attack with the Harrier, you can sack it for card draw. Oh. I'll keep the mounts in my hand to keep his guard up, but he probably knows I have nothing as. And he's doing exactly what I said. But he's not sacking it just yet. He'll probably sack it right now. Oh, okay. Like, you can do that if you have full control. I'll try it next time if I have it, but... one of those shenanigan things. And that's 4! And we are a bust. Good game, Fresh Hawk. What can you do? I drew no removal. He had 4 in his opening. And, you know, first few hands, so what can you do? What can you do? Alrighty, well, first loss. But it's been a good set. I was really happy with Final Fantasy, with how playable every color was. And sometimes you'll get these ebbs and flows where, you know, one set is really good, the other set really is, you know, sometimes a little bit iffy to play with. But been really happy with this set. Cards look amazing. It feels good to play. Never unhappy about getting stuck in a color, which is good. And I'll keep this hand for sure. Finally have a, you know, a couple of removal here. Don't have too much to use with Embrace Oblivion. There we go. There's the Virus Beetle. I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep that in my hand just for a little bit longer since they have so many cards in hand. Really like it when they're down to maybe 3 or 4. You get them good, and then okay. So, fantastic. Got a swamp. Now let me play out Zol Ifit. Sure, why not? We'll see if he has removal for that. Probably does, but you know. Too bad Plasma Bolt does not have instant speed, or else I'd love to keep up my Zookeeper. So, let's see if they have the removal. But I don't have anything in my graveyard, so it's like, what is? And War Rager, not my favorite card. He'd basically be having to tap 2. He'd have to swing with both in order to get it in. I could get rid of it by double blocking next turn. So we'll see. And if, you know... no, I can't. Don't think he'll... Don't think he'll... double block the Zookeeper here. I'm gonna keep up the Zookeeper just because I have Nebula Dragon. So... I think it's better not to attack here. And even if the War Rager... Even if the War Rager does get +1, you know, again, you're paying 3 mana, you get a 2/3, understated at baseline. If he gets this on the second turn, sure. Now he's got a 3/3. Now he's got a 3/4 that he paid the adequate mana cost for, you know? So I'm not too worried even if he can get the token here. And look at that. Yeah, didn't get anything. Didn't get a thing. So, okay. Beginning of your end step. So we don't need to play it right now. Why don't we do this? We will, since I have so if it doesn't, so if it won't give me the effect, but I'm gonna just kill the War Rager with the Virus Beetle, because I can always get back that the 1/1 creature here. And then we will swing with the Zookeeper. Got no responses. Let's get the Hilder Blade out. And then we shall see what he's got. Sure. Just in case something happens. But I'm probably going to tap it to bring back a 1/1 creature. Uh-oh. He's looking at it a little bit too hard. That white border. Does he have removal? That is the question. Perpetually the question. Isn't that right? Oh, shoot! Oh, wait. Ow, activate a sorcery. Mistake right there. And lesson learned. Lesson learned. Well, let's just quit blade there. We can swing. Hopefully next turn we get a land and we can play our Nebula Dragon out. End that there. The Plasma Bolt will be helpful. It'll be hard to get the Void. But there you go. 3/2. So, oh, here we go. Peregrine Beckoner. My goodness. Here's what we'll do. We will Plasma Bolt through. No sacrifice outlet yet, so I don't think we'll play out the Beckoner. Maybe I should have just get the extra damage in, but then I can't use it as a warp. And the warp is really good because I have something cheap, and I can play that out, and the Beckoner. But we don't have that, that 3/2 2-mana cost. Wizard thing that lets us sacrifice for free. That I could use it, kill my Zookeeper, Void. Fantastic. Ah, non-token! Non-token! Okay, here, since I have no plays, I will actually play out the Beckoner. Just because then I have more bodies on the field. Not the best play. Feel free to yell at me in the comments, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Get that board state, get that tempo, Now we can use the Dirge Craft, but I feel pretty bad. He's been stuck on lands, but so have I. There's your 5th land. Welcome to the club. And oh, he crew. He can't crew enough. He had my Beckoner. Good. Okay. There is that swamp. So we do have the dragon there. And that way too, he won't have anything to put the counters on the block. But she does block. I probably wouldn't block there. I have no mana up, so I can't do any fancy shenanigans. Even if you don't know the combat tricks in a new format, just look at the mana they have up, right? If I've got nothing, I can't do anything. Better to have a piece on the board, keep yourself alive. Oh, interesting. Not the dragon? the blade? Alright. Fine with me, because here comes a Dirge Craft. Fantastic. Oh, okay, good game. I'm sorry if he didn't draw the lands he needed. Maybe he had a bomb or two in that hand. But luckily, you were able to get it out before he was. Okay, 1-1. Pretty good. Pretty good games. Pretty good games. There are some people who have been pulling off shenanigans with some of these cards, and I'm always impressed when they do. Felt like, oh, nice. I'll keep, just because I can play some things. But yeah, some people have been pulling off some crazy things with the lands in here. Felt like, you know, in Final Fantasy there was the Minstrel, where you could do that, and, you know, the blue-green Towns deck could do that. Ooh, yes, I will keep that, for sure. Won't be able to play it next turn, but I got the Turbo Drone. He hit me. Hit me! Let's go. So, do have the drone I can push out now. Potential block with that. But I don't want to block the operative. Not a good trade for me, some would say. Because if I can get a land and get out the anti-causal Vestige, that's 7. That's... Were there 3 potential? Okay. Fine with me. Come hit me. Ah. Ooh, 4 damage. Ouch. Okay. Well, that's a little... He's got 2 mana up. 2 mana up. He maybe has a counter spell. But he didn't hit his land. Wait, did I go first or did he go first? I think I went first. I went first, didn't I? Okay, here's what we'll do. Let's do this. Sacrifice that token at the end of this. Can I full control? No, I cannot. Doesn't do anything. There's this land drop. Man, I did not get enough sleep last night. Go first. It's okay. He's got 4 cards. Survey. He's keeping it. Okay. He's confident. Am I confident? I need that land though to be confident. Okay. Continue to push through. Which means that I probably have to go on the defensive a little bit more now since he has a Thallbringer as well. Because that'll give it... Oh, so I'll make it 3, yeah. Dang it. The Mechan... is fine. I'll probably need to play it just so I could play the Vestige next turn. I think that's what I'll do. And I think I have to get rid of it? I might have to, since it's... Yeah, I think I'll get rid of the Thallbringer because... Just because it will be a 5/3 if he attacks again, and I'll have to double block with that if I wanted to block. This way, if I do block, I can maybe see if he wants to trade out the Knight or the Operative. Hope from Hope Street. Well, there goes my hope, huh? Just kidding. Even getting out the Anticausal Vestige, it won't be. I don't have any permanents to play, so it might actually not be worth it. Here I'll just block the Might. He only has 2 cards left. That's good. I do have the massacre, but I do need to upgrade more lands for that or something here. 4 lands. Not enough to make Vestige worth too much. But the only other possibility I have is the Beckoner. Ugh, it's not a great place to be. I don't have a permanent to put on. Less than or equal to the number of lands. Okay, so hopefully we draw something. Do we draw something? Ah, we draw the 5th land. Okay, that puts us a little bit closer. That's 6. If I can survive this next round, I can probably play Munis Massacre. Oh, ouch. Okay, that's 5. That's a lot of odd. Oh, but I have to block here, huh? Have to block. Alright. Ah, shoot. I think that's a wash, because there goes my mana. Can't do the, Yep, there we go. Oh, good game. Good game. Stay polite. Try not to get mad. Very easy to get triggered or, feel like the game is unfair a lot of times. But that's just Magic. That's games in general. 1-2. Ooh. Not a great start for us. Is this the death of the channel already? I hope not. But we're having fun, right? Hopefully you guys are having fun. And if we crash out, we crash out. If we crash out now, I'm gonna put a second video later. So, it's just about having fun here and seeing how far we can get with this set. And if we don't get far, yeah, Spider-Man I don't know if I can say that. We got Arachnid Humanoid coming out in September. For those that don't know, Spider-Man is coming out in paper format, but there's some licensing issuing where I don't know if Wizards was able to get it for the digital format, so rumors are that there will be a completely different in-universe set for Magic Arena, which would be super cool. I love this. Look at this card back. Wow, a lot going on. Elspeth, I think that's a Traxy. I don't know. I just go by what I know. Okay, let's do this here. Floater Blade. Don't have anything. Kill the Wayfarers. There. But yeah, the art, man, it's so good. Look at this. Look at that animation. Boom, boom. Yeah, I just keep looking at that. I mean, I got my own, thing here. For all you ADHD people. So very good counter. If I can get another creature, then I can use the Plastic Bolt Elder Blade kind of thing. Fantastic. Plasma Bolt the Drix. We won't have the trample. And then I will keep up. Last time I think I was a little too aggressive there. Put the Hilder Blade on that so it can block the Wayfarer if needed. And then I'm just a little bit away from the dragon. That'll give me another potential removal. See. Oh no. Oh no. Look at that valley right there. He gets it. I will not block that. That's too much value. Too much value. Okay, I'm close. I'm willing to take another 4 damage to I'm willing to take another 4 damage. I won't do that, just then he'll have free hit. I'm willing to take another 4 damage if I can play my Nebula Dragon. That's my deal with you. Page 13. Yikes. Yikes. 5. I'm gonna take 5. I guess I will. He has no mana up. He draws the card. Oh, wow. Oh. Oh. But no, I think what I will do is... Okay, so whenever he attacks, you put a counter. And also if they draw... If... Not amazing. Which one's worse? I think it's worse. Then you can just have another. So for this, so what is it? +3 +1? So I think I'll put it on the Swarm Color. I want to keep my dragon alive. It's so freaking cool. It's like this dragon in space, like a very Asian dragon too. It's not your Western dragon. So I think it fits the theme incredibly well. Look at the galaxy and the stars there. Greg Staples, good job. Amazing job. Oh god. Another really cool card. Return non... That was the only thing he'll get? But I guess it gets... At least it does tackle. Gets the first strike that turn. Okay. And he didn't use it for warp cost, so... Ha ha ha. Ooh! Okay. Okay, we can get rid of... What can we get rid of? Whenever it dies, and this destroys. Yikes. So... I think what we do... is... Yikes. He has 6 mana up, 2 cards in hand. Potential for removal? Yes, high potential for removal. Hasn't played really much anything. I'm at 6 life. Yikes. What I do is swing and see what he does. Might do that. No, I'm too low. Too low. Okay. Part of the cards, baby. Part of the cards, and that's why I like it so much. End step. We're gonna keep it there. And draw, and please no land. Give me something. Yes. Okay. Okay. Virus Beetle. He got rid of. Okay. Pretty good card. It's him a spacecraft. If not, it's a 2/3 for 2. Decent value. But man, look at the Reclaimer. It's just such a cool art piece. Love the Galaxy Angels too. It's not just like a regular angel, right? It's a galaxy or angel in space. It will block. It will draw. A lot of value. But now I have more creatures on the field. He has very cool card. Very cool card. Okay. I have 6 lands. I don't know if I have anything permanent that I need 6 lands for, so what I will just do is build a Dawn Strike Vanguard. I guess I will play the Swamp, since then I'll have a blocker and the Vestige. Attack, I'll put that on my Zookeeper. 2 cards for 0. He has the advantage. I have the board state. Okay. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. I don't think I can attack though. If he has removal, then I'm donezo. Now it's relying on the hard cards here. And we're on our last game if that's the thing. There's Death Touch. Probably swing with that. Yeah. Question is, do I want the card draw? Or the 7 mana +4/+0 is no joke. It does give, you know, decent way to push through, but this gives me card draw. I think I'm gonna have to do it. And what, I have 22 cards left? Yeah. I might have to get Mutinous Massacre level the playing field. Beam Saw. And I think what I'll do is I'll actually flip it over. Just so I can keep my Zookeeper alive. You know, keep the Zookeeper alive, keep the little cat alive. Maybe you guys will be blessed. My cat Daisy may come into this room. And if she does, I will put her on camera. So, we'll see what video episode it takes for that to happen. Oh, fantastic. Susarian Dirgecraft to the rescue. No blue, can't counter, buddy. What are you gonna get rid of? Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Again, I don't think I can swing through here. Because if I do, or you know, station crew, station, then he gets a free hit in. I'll keep it on there. He gets a free hit in. Down to 2. Dangerous trample. All over green, right? So. Surveil 2. Surveil. The mechanic and he kept everything. Everything that we had. Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense. But I too have the power. He might have green. You have access to a lot of destroy target artifacts, destroy creature with flying. But now he can't attack willy-nilly. He only has 1 card in hand. That card is a 10/11 with trample? Whenever you attack, you may, if you do draw a card, oh my goodness, what a... If he top card that, what a play. Yikes. I don't even think I have... Do I even have enough health to survive that? 7, 8, 11. Yeah, I mean I do, but oh my goodness, another Mount Shredder Eulogist. Yikes. He doesn't? Okay, he doesn't. Okay, so I will have to do something crazy here. I mean I definitely have to get rid of this, so 11 is what? Is that's 11. He has no other cards in hand. That's 6, so I have to block. Alright. What can you do, right? 3 health. Yikes. 1 health, never mind. He draws a card. 2 cards, wow. Yeah, the Eulogist. He did it good. My only saving is potentially, that's not it. It's not what we need. Good game, good sir. I concede. And that's the first episode. What a way to go. What a first episode. 1-3. The Reddit dream, some would say. So, but thanks for joining me. Short episode, I guess, to start off. I think many of you will not be very impressed of my performance, but again, we're here to make mistakes. We're here to make mistakes to make mythic. And as long as I think we have that mindset, we're in a good place, because magic is fun, you know, as long as we're having fun, at the end of the day, it's just a game, right? So, on to the next, on to the next. Thanks for joining me, and see you next time.